my goodness, would you look at that? Man. Okay, everybody, welcome back to Gordon's Garage. This episode is going to be in response to my last episode that just kind of blew up a little. Anyways, yeah, it kind of took off a little bit. I guess keywords or something makes a big difference. But anyways, basically, I made this thingy. And then I decided to make it automated to where I can run this on something electrical and spin on its own, and instead of hand cranking it. Yeah, so you can call up these things, ratchet straps. Anyways, so what I wanted to do is kind of share with you what I did, what it took to build it, blah, blah, blah. This is just scrap metal. These are like 3/8 metal rod, and this is one of those little bits that you get in something that looks like this. If you just cut off the end where the screwdriver tip is, what's left is that hexagonal thingy-mabob, and it fits in a lot of quick connect things, and it fits in a drill. So I got this toggle switch. I don't think I'm going to use it, so I'm not going to include that. But I did get one of these inline fuse. I need to put this up by the battery where I ran the wires from the drill and ran it back to the back of the truck. So if that wire gets pinched or starts to short out and it starts getting hot, well, this will bust the fuse before it'll burn the truck down. That's the idea. So I got to install that here soon. But I have this. I bought this from Harbor Freight, and it cost me, it's $16.99, and it ended up after taxes $18.30 something. So very cheap drill. It's 12 volt. I'm going to suggest not buying it. There's going to be a reason. It's fine. But it's cool. It's got the battery, and it's got a little extension cord to charge the battery. And this means I have a 12 volt battery that I could run little stuff on. That's 12 volt, like your accessories. Let's pull this stuff out. Don't need that. Instructions, don't need that. So the cool thing about this Jeep is called Warrior. Yeah, Warrior. The good thing about this is the connection's different than the actual one I used. I actually bought a $40 12 volt impact drill. Yeah. And it had a 3/8 bit on the end for your sockets. And so I just ran a socket to a little gizmo that converted the turning this way to turning that way, and mounted it all up and stuck this in there to spin it. Well, the reason I wouldn't suggest this is because it's a drill, it's not an impact, and this thing can take this strap out of your hand and wrench your wrist up in it pretty good. So, let me just try it. Battery, let's get the battery out. Let's see if this thing's charging. Hey, this doesn't spin too fast. So let's put this in that. Close, tight. Yeah, okay. So let's just try this. Let me move over to the floor now, this chair. Whee! As you should know, you should, when you're doing this, the hook goes last. You want that not in the center of the spool. You want it last. All right, so I'm going to turn this a little further. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the hook up here, kind of like I did with the tailgate thing. If I haven't shown you that, let me show that to you now. Okay, so I'm fighting a couple things. I got a really short cord on my mic here, so I'm trying to stay far enough away you can see what's going on, but not to get my cord trapped up in this. All right, so this is what I do, is if I was to use a drill with one of these, you take this thing and you lap it over like that, and then you stick it on one of them. Doesn't matter which one. Well, it does matter. Which way is it going? It's going that way. So I'm going to take this and flip it around this way. You see what I did there? You see how I hold this on there? That's what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to take the battery, stick it on my belly. That stabilizes it. And then I'm going to take this hand and hold my forearm up against my side and guide this onto this spool as it's spinning. So yeah, so just not too hard. All right. So there at the end, I let it pull my hand out a little bit and it got a little wonky, but that's okay. And you can pull this off your drill. And yeah, this is not bad to have if you have a drill that you can do this with. Yeah. I could have went faster, but one of the things I need to be cautious about is an impact clutches out and stops the rotation when I pull against it. And it'll sit there and just hammer. Well, this one, it's likely if you get it going fast enough, your hand's gonna get sucked up in there and you're gonna wrench your wrist. That's why I say don't buy the drill, buy the impact. But if you're a coordinated individual, get the drill, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna do this one more time. Check it out. All right. This time I'm gonna leave the hook on the ground because on the impact in the bed of the truck, it tends to stop whenever it's trying to lift that hook up off the ground. And I found that was slowing me down. That's why the first time in the last video, the seconds it took to hand crank it was only like 7.5 seconds, where I stopped because I had to pick up that hook, and it took me 9-something seconds to do it with the electric one. So yeah, let's try this again. There you go. Now you gotta do is just pull it off there and put Velcro around it. That works. Okay, everybody. So that's how I would use it with a drill, which it does kind of work. That's just standing alone in the middle of nowhere. But if you have your truck handy and you can set this on your truck to stabilize it and hold with the other hand, that would work as well. Or you could probably lay it up against the bed, the top edge of the bed, and let that thing run. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make this into a kit and sell it on eBay with one of these. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make several of these so you can put it in your own drill. And they're going to have the quick connect bit. So that's why I bought this sucker. I'm going to take all of these out. You know what? I don't even know if these are quick connects. Let me take it apart and check. Yes. So it's got the quick connect. It's got the little dimple in there so that it snaps right into a mechanism like this. Let's see. Yeah, and won't come back out. So the reason I bought this kit is I was going to throw this quick connect piece into this drill, make up a box for it to go in and be wired to 12 volt. So I'd have 2 wires, a hot and a cold, coming off of it. And I would build this to where it would just click and snap into that and stay. And this is where your toolbox would be, and this is the only hole you would have is one for this bit to go through, and it would expose this quick connect, and you would have that sticking out, and you could remove, not the quick connect, you could remove this piece off, and this is all that'd be showing outside your box, plus the toggle switch. And I thought that'd be really cool. But I don't know if I might feel like I might be liable for someone hurting themselves if they didn't do something right. And you know, we don't want that nowadays. So this might not be up on eBay, but I think I'm gonna make a bunch of these up. A bunch, maybe like 5. I don't know how many I can get out of what stock I have in the pile of metal I have over there, but I'll make some of these up. And I have all of these that I can cut the tops off of and make bits out of. So that, yeah, we can make up a bunch of these and put them on eBay. Y'all ready for that? Let me see what I can get done. All right, so I've got some of these parts made. They're gonna look a little different than the one I just used on my truck. But basically, the base plate, we've got the quick connect hex piece. And then we've got these pieces of which the ratchet strap actually ties together on. Now you notice 2 of these are different and they're a little shinier. That means they're higher in carbon and makes more spark whenever you cut them. But they're hollow because they're actually push rods from a Chevy engine probably. But they got the rounded tip like the rest of them do. That makes that oh so nice. So I've got a process set up here. All right, I got a board, I got a piece. This is gonna go there, and then I'm gonna weld those together, and then I'm gonna flip it over and stick it on there and weld that piece on. Now, you notice these are just a little off. That one's a little way crooked, but that is just a hole I've drilled to hold that. And these, you can see the rounded end goes in, if my camera stay focused, and it goes in like that. And then these can be put on here and probably just give it a hammer tap. And that'll get me tack welded and started, and I can kind of tweak it a little to get it nice and straight, and then we can start painting them. My vision was to round off this end. I mean, completely round. But, you know, that takes a lot of work. I got all the sharp edges off. That's good enough. But a lot of these holes are nice and straight and in line. So there might be a discounted price on them if they aren't perfectly straight. I'll see if they work first before I sell them, of course. But yeah, now I got to break out the welder, unwrap it, and break it out. And just fill in the weld there. Then flip it over and set it on that one and fill in the weld there, and then I will be able to finish the weld off once I'm done. Okay, now that I've got the welding part done, I kind of inspect these a little bit, make sure they're square-ish. There's nothing perfect about these. They are homemade. So I hope people on eBay don't expect something like it was from a factory and complain, because it's not. I'll have to put that in the description. Anyways, so I take me a piece of tape here. It's 2-inch tape. I'm just taping off a couple spots I want to keep bare. And then I'm going to take and wrap this one right here, like so. And it's longer. And what I do is I just mash that flat and take you over here. where I'm hanging these, and I just take the wire and I just shove it through the tape and hook it. And then time. Right there they are. Got them all lined up, ducks in a row. Okay, strap winders in a row, but they're all lined up, and the paint is still probably wet, but I don't care. I don't care. They're homemade little jobbers, and they're going to make somebody a good home. Yes, I think I'm gonna put these up on eBay, and okay, so I'm gonna cut in right here because I made some, and they're going to be on eBay. So you're going to be looking for either seller name Gordon's Garage 806, or you can look up the description of the things that are going to be called strap winder, singular, just like it says there on the screen. Yeah, and then as you're going on down below, I'm going to try to put in a link below to the eBay item. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll try it. And on your way down that way, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe button there somewhere. And make sure you get a way to follow me in the future. I might do some crazy stuff. We don't know. Anyways, let's get back. If you're in the greater Amarillo area of the panhandle of Texas and you're nearby and you want to do a pickup and just hand cash or something, because the shipping stuff and looking for this on the interweb is kind of hard to do sometimes. But yeah, I have 7 of these, and I got a little rambunctious and tried to bang on one of these, and I broke off that little nub right there on top. So I've got to re-weld it before it can be painted. I'll save that for maybe when I give away. I don't know, but I'll fix it first. But yeah, this is the one. If you look down the end of that little, this is the push rods. This one's going to put it. The rest of these are just cold steel. They don't have very much carbon in them, but those two do. It's very, very simple little mechanism thing. So I'm thinking you're just going to get this, put it in a drill. On your own there, at your own risk. Don't go too fast. It'll wrap your fingers right up. But get you a weak little drill like that Warrior right there. That was like $16, $17, $18 after taxes maybe. It's great. Harbor Freight's great. So yeah, throw these in one of those. If anything, please get one that is, what do you call impact. Because whenever you stop it with your hand, it'll clutch out and it won't wrap you on up. Doesn't have that torque. Anyways, I'm going to put these in a nice little doot and put them in the truck, let them dry a little longer so I can make it all the way home and get them prepared to package them to ship away. Anyways, that's going to wrap up this video. Oh my goodness. Yeah, y'all have a good weekend.